this section right here. I'm looking to fill that in. This one. Right here. Okay, so I have managed to finish section A. All this is A. So I was able to fit all the pieces except for one, which is right here. So more than likely got mixed up with, one of the other pieces. And so now, next I'll be starting on, let me show you. Is this F? Okay. Okay, this is F. I'll be starting on, this is some thread from my sewing machine. But I have all the pieces separated by alphabet. And so this one is tray F. But I'll be starting on tray B next, which I believe B extends out this way. But yeah, I'm so proud of myself. So it's what, 6:30, so it took me about 2.5 hours, including the time that I stopped to make some coffee and fool around with Zelda. So technically it was about, I want to say about 2 hours, but yeah, so I'm getting it done. I'm getting it done. So here's the, again, the photo right here. So as you can see, yeah, she's coming along. Okay, I just wanted to pop back in. So this is what I was referring to. So as you can see in the box, I have all the pieces separated by their letters. So this is B, then I have C, D, E, and this is F. So I'm going to actually take tray B out, because that's the next one I'm going to be working on. And then I'm just going to keep the tray, put this tray in here. Okay. And then I just keep the lid on. Put it off to the side. Yeah. Like so. And like I said, this will be the next tray. And then how it works again. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so this section is A that I just completed. Then this portion right here would be B. Like about, I guess I'm assuming right here. This corner is C. Then down here you're gonna have D. This section will be D, and then back to the middle, it's going to be E, and then it's going to finish up in the corner with F. Okay, yep. So I had to really come up with a strategy and figure out the best way to approach this, and so yeah, it's working. And then also when I also figured out whatever letter you're doing, it's always going to be faced upright. So if this is B, of course, so it's not going to fit on connect to the next piece sideways like this. It's always going to be faced upright, no matter what the shape, and it's going to always. And so you would think, like, if you approach it from this way, then it's not going to fit. So I'll always know that no matter what, it's going to be facing, all the letters are going to always face, upright. Okay? Alright, then just wanted to add that in, like, who cares, right? I'm just so excited. Alright. Well, hey family. So I wanted to pop in, give you an update on the puzzle. So as you can see, I am 3/4 of the way finished. So I'm actually going to sit down now and separate the last letters, which are F, and put this baby to rest. I'm kind of disappointed, not looking forward to finishing it because this really became a part of my daily routine. But nevertheless, I want to go ahead and get it done, and then like I said, figure out a way to seal it so I can hang it up. But yeah, it is almost done, y'all. Oh my goodness, it's been so therapeutic. Let me remove this so you don't have so much of the glare. But yeah, there we go. All right, I will see you all, I guess, when I'm done or another clip. Okay, so as you can see, I finished the puzzle. I actually finished it yesterday evening, and I'm very proud of myself. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Mod Podge, which I have right here. This is some Mod Podge. So I'm going to use this to seal my puzzle so it will be able to, when I stand it up in the frame, the pieces won't start to come apart. So now if you notice, I have some blue painter's tape going all around it, as well as these clips, because what I'm going to do before I add the Mod Podge, I'm going to put some wax paper on the back of this, and so once I apply the Mod Podge, any extra will seep through right onto the wax paper, and the wax paper won't stick to the back of this. Now, I didn't think of doing this beforehand because the thought of framing this didn't come to mind until after I started, putting the pieces together. Okay, so I use the painter's tape. So now I'm going to flip this over, and that's going to keep the pieces again from falling, apart. Okay, so let me set y'all up so y'all can watch how I do this. I'll be back. Okay, so now that we have wax paper underneath, I'm going to go ahead and remove the protective glass. And this is the brush that I have in the house, but I actually prefer like a much smaller brush or a foam, because so it's really light on the brushing. So we're just going to have to be very gentle with my strokes. Or I may just go out this morning and just pick up a lighter brush or the foam that I'm looking for, because I came this far in the process. I don't want to have to mess it up by being impatient, because I don't have the proper brush, and opting to use this one instead. So I'll see y'all back literally in a few seconds in your world, but in my world it'll probably be an hour or two from now. Okay. So I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I'm back. So I decided to just go ahead and use this brush, and I'm just gonna do like very gentle strokes. I went on Amazon to order the foam brushes, but they wouldn't be here for a couple of days, and I am anxiously impatient. So I'm just going to, like I say, use that brush. So I'm removing the top coat. I already took the blue painter's tape off camera. And so again, I'm using this glossy Mod Podge right here, and they do have special like what is it, puzzle glue. They have a Mod Podge puzzle glue specifically for this, but this will work good as well. And now this is going to go on white, but it's going to dry clear. So I'm just going to give that a stir because I haven't used my Mod Podge in a little while. Okay. And so again, as you can see, I have my wax paper under here. And now you're probably wondering why, if it's because I did do the puzzle directly on the board, the backboard that goes with the frame. But the reason I'm not doing it, painting it or using a Mod Podge directly on that board, because in the event I want to change the frame out, then the puzzle will actually be stuck to that board. So that's why I put the wax paper in between, and then once it dries out, I'll remove the wax and then place it on top of the board. All right, so I'm just going to go in, and just start here. Hopefully y'all can see me. And so like I said, as gently as possible with a light hand, because this is a kind of a thick brush. And then I'm just going to start applying the Mod Podge. And now you want to make sure that the Mod Podge gets between all the cracks of the puzzle. Let it seep down in there. And so as you can see how it looks white, but as I said, once this dries, then it's going to go back to the, it's going to have the clear, glossy look. This is what it looks like. Like I said, don't be alarmed. It's white. Mod Podge goes on white. If you ever worked with it before, you know how it is. It goes on white. But then, like I said, once it dries up, it'll be nice and clear. All right. So I will see y'all in in my world in a few hours, but in your world, I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay, so I'm back, and it's been about several hours, actually probably about 5 hours to be exact. I ended up falling asleep. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the progress of our puzzle. So as you can see, let me turn this way. As you can see how I'm lifting the puzzle up from the plastic, from the paper, and you see how the puzzle is staying together. You see this, and it still has its shine from the wax paper. I could not think of the name of the paper. And so now if you wanted to add a second coat just to give it some extra strength, you could do so. Okay. You see, you notice how it's not falling apart. Just getting this corner off. Get a little paper stuff, but that's okay. Okay, so you notice how I'm able to pick it up. Okay, so that is our puzzle. See? Voila. Okay. All right, so at this point, I'm just going to, although it's dry, just for extra measures, I'm going to let it sit overnight before I add the glass back to it, or put the frame together. So I'm going to clean this off, of course, before I put it on, but I'm going to let it sit overnight just to really let the moisture, if there's any moisture in there, let that dry up before, like I said, I put the the glass covering on it. But yeah, so that is how you seal your puzzle using the Mod Podge. Okay. Oh, you all, be sure when you're using your Mod Podge, make sure you clean around the edge real good before you put the top on, because when I tell you I had a time getting this top off, oh my goodness. So just make sure you clean around, the neck of the the bottle real good, okay? So all right, so like I said, I'm gonna let this sit overnight, and I will see you in the morning, and we'll just go ahead and put this baby together and get it hung up. But yay. All right, family. So this is where I decided to hang my puzzle picture. I like it. I just have it in between both the windows. As you can see. So it's not all the way secure up there. I have right now like a really, really, really skinny nail that's in the wall that was holding, that I have the other artwork hanging on. And so before I went ahead and added 2 holes on each side, which is where the brackets are in the back of the frame to properly hang it. I just wanted to make sure that I like the placement of it, and I do. I like the height, I like everything. And so now I'm going to go ahead and actually secure this to the wall so we don't have any mishaps. But yeah, so alrighty then. So thank you for watching me as I piece these puzzles together and come up, with my puzzle picture frame. And yeah, so I will see y'all in the next video. Take care. Bye.